Hey guys, welcome to another video. I got a cat up here with me. This is Token. And my background's different and I have a podium for my baby microphone. I had some insights, some realizations, some downloads. Honestly, it's about the best way I can explain it. That I wanted to share with you. And I'm pretty beat. I'm exhausted. I haven't been sleeping very much lately. I keep getting information right and left, and I've been writing stuff down. And then I'm like, there's just so much that needs to be said. There's just so much I need to share that I literally I don't know what to do. And then something in my outer world happens. I'm stretching, by the way. Happens, and then it lines up, and then something else happens, and I get some information, and it's insane. I don't know how to freaking do this. I don't want to call it channeling. I'm connected to source. Everyone is, though. It's like I just clean my shit out so that I can hear it, see it, smell it, taste it. The entire freaking world is source. As above, so below, as within, so without. Every single thing that you see is God. And just, it blows my mind how simple it is. But then to try to break it down and explain it is a little difficult. I've been doing a pretty good job, but this next one is so freaking mind-blowing. So freaking mind-blowing that has me a little baffled, because my entire life's work, which is I guess what I'm gonna have to freaking start calling it, because my entire life has led up to this moment, and I'm really nervous about it because it's not a popular opinion. But we'll get to that. But for starters, I want to kind of lay into some of the stuff that in the old energy that we need to change, because it's getting ridiculous. It's getting really stupid. Because there's, some of us who are getting really, really connected, so we can see all the bullshit. We can see it. And so it's getting really annoying. So I just want to make it just make it shed some light on it, I guess. And again, I'm not a judgmental person. It's just I've been there. Every single thing that you hear me complain about, or every single thing that's on this board, I've done it. That's why I can sit here. Fake ass personas. And the majority of the people walking around, right? They have one way that they see things, one way they feel about things. It's on the inside. They don't talk about it. And then they have this completely fake persona on the outside. Someone else, they are entirely. But that's not who they really are. That's who they show the world. I did it for 40 years because every time I brought my real self out, people shut her down. Dang, it's not like I didn't try. But then I don't know. Are y'all getting shut down? Is that why y'all aren't doing it? Start looking at that shit. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm here to shed some light on it. Just look at it. Look at it. How do you feel? Is how you feel on the inside match what's going on the outside? Does it? Fake connection. Fake connection. Right? I don't know. I'm starting to really think that pretty much about 90% of the connection in this old ass energy is fake. What can I do for you? yeah, I'll be your friend. I'll hang out. We can be in each other's lives. What can we do for each other? It's gross. Why? See, when you learn to be able to do for yourself, then you don't have to depend on other people to do for you. And then when everyone's doing for themselves, and everyone can hang out and not have to worry about other people doing for them, and we can just hang out, just to be with each other. One-sided relationships, yeah, like the majority of my relationships. A little more than the majority in my 40 plus years have been one-sided. It's crazy. I don't understand that. And one-sided, what do I mean by that? For me personally, it's been like you feel like you put all the effort into the relationship and you're not going to go out. Stop flickering. You're going to stay on for me. Stop it. Stop it. And the other person's not putting in anything. Now, having said that, when you're in the trauma of it all, you don't recognize that. But then once you start healing traumas and whatnot, then you start recognizing it. Well, that's how it worked for me. So people may not recognize it. Do you ever feel like, do you ever get just so annoyed, like, that you feel like you're doing more than the other person? Talk to them about it, because they may actually be doing the same thing you're doing. So you guys are coming at it differently, right? Like from different perspectives. Oh, that's a good idea. Dude, you're going to hurt yourself. Be careful. Right? Like you could be over here like bitching and complaining. I do everything. I always put forth the effort, and they're over here. I always put forth the effort too. And then no one's putting forth the effort because it's coming from different perspectives. So you can't see it. It's a possibility. I don't know. It's a possibility. I like that real-time insight. Negative emotions. They're the devil. They'll just ruin your day, right? Like you get upset or something happens and then it's just like, oh my God, my day's just ruined. Oh my God. Right? And then your day is ruined because more shit keeps happening. Yeah, law of attraction. Shitty ass situation that traumatized me to ever want to put myself in another situation that's remotely close to the one that traumatized me. Right? Yeah, I did that too. I did that one big time. And it's sad because the point of all of this, I believe, is experience. No matter what that experience is. The good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, the unjust, the happy times. All of it. All of it. Feeling unsafe when you're all alone. And it's different for everyone. Some might call it unsafe, and others it could just be some sort of anxiety where you just don't feel like all is well. Like there's something is off. Like something just always feels off. That might be a better way to put it. And that's just like a baseline energy field that you're just not well. You know, like any minute something can happen. Any minute you could just, you know what I mean? That's because our connection to source has been tampered with through the layers that we place in our own blueprints before we come here. What I mean by that And I use blueprint because I heard that the other day and I really thought that was cool. I like that word, blueprint. Because it's pretty much what I think we do, you know? I mean, yes, there's a stream, the energy stream, because everything is energy, everything is God. It's just one lump of energy. And then everything that's going on and happening simultaneously happening at once, past, present, future, everything happening at once. And everything is energy, everything is God. Where was I going with that? The connection, the connection to source. Okay. To get to the wake truth of who we are. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. Okay. Basically, we get to write everything out ourselves. And we get to come here and play it out. And we get to put the layers in there. And one of the layers that I think that I put in mine, I know, was the generational ties one. That can be a story just the being born into a set of parents that you don't feel like you belong to. That's just a story. It's just a part of you. It's just a little tiny, part of you. That makes you who you are. In this layer of generational ties, I sit there and I go back, and it's insane of all the experiences I've had with family members. I have one family member left. One. My mom. That's it. I had, as soon as a few days ago, another one just vibrated out. And I'm like, and the thing is I put this in my story to get me to wake up to who I really am and what my job is here. And I think now I get kind of a portion of what it is. And it's that the generational ties isn't set in stone any more than me being born to these set of parents and being no other than just Stephanie, 73175, Earth. You know what I mean? There's way more to that. And so now that I've uncovered that the generational ties one is literally just a written story too, it's not set in stone. We don't have to stick to it. Our ancestors are jumping up for joy right now. Thank you, we're released. We're done. We don't have to do this shit anymore. Do you know what I mean? We can be our own people. We can do our own thing. We don't have to stay into the old energy of feeling obligated to take care of people that we don't align with. Some call that selfish. Some call that very, very selfish. And those some people that call that selfish are same people who have too in their life been very, very, very selfish. And so that's basically, it's just a mirror's been put up. And I want to make that apparent because it's the truth of it. And when we get honest with ourselves and go deep inside and look to who we are, not just the good stuff about us, but the shitty stuff about us too, the stuff where we manipulate and do things we know we're not supposed to be doing, but we do it anyway because we just don't care. We have so much trauma wrapped up that we don't realize we're doing it, which is a majority of it. Top Gun just popped in my that jet. Whoosh. I smell. Oh, I guess that just went out. Yeah. I don't know. I lost ties with my dad because I was healing and he wasn't. And if you've done any kind of healing whatsoever, even just a little bit, you know what that's like. To be forced to be around situations and people and energy that doesn't sit well with you. And I know the majority of the world would be like, well, it's not about you, Stephanie. A person needs you. The person gave you life. Yeah, well, I also sat down with that soul on the other side and we wrote out what was going to happen between the two of us, and it has nothing to do with you. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Because my contract with my father is done. And I am at peace with that. And I think he is too. And when his body gives out, he will come visit me in his spirit and tell me everything is good to go. I promise you that. And the whole point of him now, I finally see having to go through, having to experience with him what I did. And the thing with that is not everyone knows everything I experienced with him. Most of that is with myself. And me and him together, I guess, decided that we were going to come in as master numbers together. And he was going to do the opposite of what a master number should do and help me see the truth in the fact that the generational ties is in fact just a story right along with all the other stuff. And that we literally are our own universes, that we're not tied to anyone. And we just learn how to exist in this new energy with our abilities and our gifts and our new perspectives, and live in the love-based environment instead of a fear-based one. And once you learn yourself, it's really easy to have everything handed to you, because it's not handed to you. It's aligned. You know, it's not about what you've done in your life. It's not about, I deserve this because I've busted my ass. That's the old energy. You hit the pavement and you bust your ass and you make those pennies and you save and save and save and save, and you work for the weekend and you go on vacations once a year and become successfully financially rich. Then you can buy anything you want. Yeah, that's not success. I think the new success is learning who you are, knowing who you are, why you came here. This last one, this is a good spot to enter. It's either spiritual or science. Right? That's another thing in the old energy. It's one or the other. But what if I told you that it's neither and it's both? Think about that paradox for a minute. This whole new way of living is insanely fucking amazing, and I'm enjoying every fucking minute of it. And I am me. This is who I am. This is what I believe. We don't have to take shit from people just because they are blood related to us. Blood's thicker than water. I don't think so. I trust Gaia way more than I do blood relatives. I'll take Gaia's at 80% of water any day. And those of you who are like all good with your family and y'all are like, yeah, you're not in that one. You didn't sign up for the generational ties one. So, you're good. Don't worry about me. You want to be there for your parents and they don't, me and my mom are healing. Let me just say that. Me and my mom are healing, and I don't feel her coming out of my life and when she passes on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be in her life because we're healing, and we're learning from each other, and I love that. And yeah. Let's see. Yeah, once you crack the code, like, seriously, once you start learning yourself, you got to look at what makes you tick too, though. You got to look at what makes you hate everything. What pisses you off. Start looking at that. And that edge thing I was talking about. Thank you. Let me throw that in there real quick. When I'm all in my light and good, yeah, everything's good. Shiny, shiny, shiny. I'm left alone. But when I'm not as shiny and I'm just kind of feeling like, not really feeling, just not really too much energy. Excuse me, my insides are the same. I just, kind of feeling run down a little. Then it's like, oh my God, what's wrong? Are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? Oh my God, what's going on? Are you sure you're okay? Like, why? Talk to me when I'm like all shiny. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's that? And that's like the scenario, like, it's the energy of this. It's the energy of this. And yes, I'm saying I'm the sun. So the sun's all shiny outside, right? The sun's shining and people are, they're feeling good. They're happy. They don't need to ask the sun if he's okay because he's shining. Right? And then a dark cloud comes over him. Not even a light cloud, because sometimes he can be brighter under a light cloud, but a dark ass cloud that just casts a shadow, right? There's no light whatsoever. And the people's like, okay. Oh my God, what's going on? Oh, what's happening? Wait, what's happening? I don't feel good anymore. What's happening? Oh my God, what's going on? Are you okay? Are you okay? What's happening? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Do you know what I mean? It's like I've had that energy my whole life. What is that? And I don't know. It's like I really want people to be interested in me, for me, not for what I can do for them. Do you know what I mean? So that's like a really big one for me. So I guess that's all that's on my board. So I guess what I'm trying to do is let people know that if you are in a family that you really don't feel like you should be in, then there are chances are you're not supposed to be, and you're supposed to branch off and do your own shit. You know what I mean? We don't have to keep creating the same generations of the same energy. Ew, gross, stop. We don't have to do that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. I broke that shit off. I don't know. I'm done. I know I had a kid, and she had a kid, and is currently fixing to have another kid. But at the end of the day, that generational ties thing doesn't exist in my reality. So if it does in hers, then she'll have that thing for her, and that's just how I feel about that, because that's just how it is for me. It's just so crazy how when everyone's like, "Oh my God, you cussed me out," and it was like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you," you know what I mean? And just be like, well, actually what happened was just made room for me to have these new realizations about the generational ties. That's crazy to me. I love that. I fucking love that. And that's the thing, like when things happen in your life that should knock you down, that should make you just have the rest of your day should just be shit. Do you know what I mean? That's the old energy. We don't do it like that anymore. We realize the situation is a learning experience. We realize that, oh, okay, yeah, no, I knew something was going on with this person. I felt it. I felt this underlying thing. Some resentment, quite a bit of resentment. There's some other stuff going on. I couldn't quite pick up on it. And then, yeah, bam, blow up. Used all the good words too. Yeah. And then it led to generational ties. And it made me, it took that leftover off my shoulders. Like, dude, I don't have to carry the generational shit anymore. It's gone. Poof, magic. It's magic. Magic. I just had to look at my beautiful background. I love it. And my little saving for a unicorn. And my tree, and a tree, and another tree. Oh, look, I moved it. I haven't finished that side of the room yet. It's under construction. All right. So yay to making more connections, to clicking more dots, to being able to go to the hospital and see my father who has dementia and have him actually be able to like recognize me for just a little bit to say he was sorry. And for me to be able to hug him probably for the first time ever with zero resentment, zero attachments. Like, it was incredible. And then to sit there and watch him eat his food like a small child in this innocence. Like, he, bless his heart. Just bless his heart. So yeah, that's another good thing that came out of it. The falling out we had, I told y'all about it. I think I did. Like 10 months ago, I was able to go to the hospital and see him. And I'll sit there and say I got lucky, but no, that was divine timing for me to walk in. Because when I walked in, he didn't know me. And then he did. That realization clicked on. I saw it in his eyes, and he started crying. Oh, baby, I missed you. Yeah, that's precious. That was really precious. And thank you to him for being on this journey with me. I used to cry. I used to be like, oh my God, I didn't have the father I wanted, the one that danced with me and had the bat waiting for the boyfriends. Walked me down the aisle. Fuck that aisle. Yeah, it's insane to go from living a 40 plus years in the energy of what I could have had with my dad to realizing what I actually did have with him. It's fucking beautiful. Oh my God. I can't even contain it. This whole freaking thing. And I'm going to end it with this. People still living in the old energy are going to call people living in the new energy selfish. Because we know our worth now, and we know also that this really is just a big freaking stage, and that we're all just playing parts, and that our true actual selves aren't these bodies, that our souls, spirit, whatever you want to call it, away from here, out of these bodies is our real job. So these little jobs you're playing here on earth, taking it all serious and shit. I don't have the money for this, I don't have the money for that. Look into the law of attraction and go from there. And the little attitude that comes out every once in a while when I get a little irritated or like, and then people are like, whoa, calm down. Don't tell me to calm down. I have every right for that to come out from time to time. I just want to let people know that, because that is a part of me. And if it comes out, don't take offense to it. right? I don't need fragile people in my life. Realize that it's allowed. And if I have an irritation, I'm going to express it. You have an irritation, you express it. So I'm going to do the same thing. I just wanted to add that. Okay. Mwah. Love y'all. Have a good day. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Somebody. Bye.